Okay guys, we're in St. Augustine, Florida, 4th of July. We're going to take a trip, do a tour of the distillery here in St. Augustine. Alright, hope you enjoy it. Alright, this is how old is this building?
The oldest part of the building is
1905, guys. So we're inside the distillery. Maybe a span of view of it. When's the tour start? Huh? 10 minutes. This is all the different stuff.
What is this?
Rooted in tradition. Heads, hearts, and tails. The art of small batch distillation. Oh, look what they use. I know I'm going kind of fast. You guys can pause this wherever you need to pause it. That way it's not 18 hours long. Okay guys, I'll start it when the tour starts. See you right back. I'll be right back.
Happy 4th of July! Well, my name is Lisa, and I'm going to be your guide to the spirits today, of the liquid form that is. Welcome to the St. Augustine Distillery. We are Florida's very first small batch craft distillery since Prohibition. We hand make bourbon, vodka, rum, and gin. And you guys are going to get a chance to try all of those spirits once we head into the tasting room. We're going to have 3 cocktails waiting for you to try there. And then we're going to do something that'll probably shock all of you. We're going to move you to the gift shop. Now from there, we have a bourbon bar inside, and they will have a bourbon old-fashioned waiting for you to sample, as well as any of our spirits. You can try them neat or straight. Sound good? Free cocktails, right? On a nice hot day? All right, guys. We're going to go back in time here real quick. Tell you a little bit about how we got here. 1905, this property was owned by Florida's very first power company, Florida Power and Light. They took a few years to get the electricity grid up and running here in St. Augustine and the surrounding counties before they established yet another Florida first, which was the addition of the ice plant. That is the building we are currently in, and that was the real side and on the economy side. There were trains backing up into here daily, picking up ice for their refrigerated cars so that they could ship out Florida seafood and Florida produce, which was something else that had never happened. So all of these firsts kind of make sense with the nation's oldest city, so kind of falls into place, right? So the Florida produce seafood was being shipped out. They also had about 100 shrimp boats and fishermen that would come in on the daily, back in the back lagoon here, and pick up ice for their holds so they could go out, fish longer, fish harder, bring it on in, and sell it right off the boat. So lots of stuff going on here 24/7, 365 days out of the year, until the 1950s. Early 1950s, we had a major invention. Anybody want to guess? Refrigerator, yes. Everybody had to have one of those, so the ice plants, they really weren't needed any longer, so they started to close their doors all around the United States. This one closed up in 1959, and And from there, this building sat empty for 40 years. 40. That is a lot of time here in Florida. Being this close to the Atlantic Ocean, we certainly have a lot of salt in our air, and we also have all of those hurricanes every summer, or those tropical storms. So this building was in really bad shape. 2008, our two co-founders, Mike Diaz and Philip McDaniel, they had the entire business plan ready to go to open up the distillery. They were starting to even order some of their products from here in the United States. They just needed a building to start putting things into. Well, this one came up for sale, and they couldn't get in here fast enough. They said, absolutely, we want to bring this building back to life. So what they did is they held a public forum out in the neighborhood here, and they pitched their idea to the local folks, and 20 families actually said, heck yeah, guys, we're getting behind this. We're in like gin. So everybody pooled their money together, and they purchased the building outright. No bank loans, no corporation involvement. So everybody, we are as local gets. And we're kind of proud of that. And you guys are on your way to being our millionth guest in the last 5 years. We've been open to the public for 5 years, so welcome. We hope you guys enjoy this tour.
My head's not like this right here.
to relive
of the distillery in the back where they make all this fine whiskey. Here's the barrels that have whiskey aging in it. Bourbon whiskey. Cool. Say hi, YouTube.
I'm sorry.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.